Hola and welcome to a new episode of the Ruthless Dog and Pony Show. This is episode 87. My name is Julio Panisello. I am the dream alchemist at Ruthless Painters, a free-range art school, atelier, and gallery for 21st century romantics. That's how we describe it these days. And we're back with a new... hi everyone, we're back with a new episode in which we are going to introduce the theme, the subject matter of our next painting collection. Thank you. With each episode, we reveal the theme so people know what we're going to be painting in the next few weeks. We're super excited. We're going to finally do portraits. I have a few exhibitions I want to mention, and I have a few books I want to mention. And just like everything else, when if you pay attention, things come to you serendipitously, I believe. So one thing led to another, and then it was the confirmation. The universe confirmed that we should do this, and we're excited. We're just coming out of Billy Ball's series. We sort of like had to temper, I guess, the name, and we're calling them Crospedia flowers. But anyhow, that's a completely different story. So what we do here, it's going to take just a few minutes, but we explore different possibilities for visual representation of the concept that I'm going to present. Oh my gosh, so many people. We give like references, historical references. We give stylistic references. This live is getting recorded, so we also will upload it on YouTube. We have a channel. We have dozens and dozens of videos presenting other collections. And we're also downloading the sound and using this as a podcast. So you can just type the Ruthless Dog and Pony Show anywhere, and you'll listen to a bunch of episodes with previous themes. But I'm gonna try to be really quick. I have 4 photographs, 4 images that I brought as a reference, as an idea. We're gonna do portraits, as I said, and I just wanted to bring up this catalog, Afro-Atlantic Histories. It's the catalog of an exhibition that it's currently on at the LACMA Museum. The LACMA has a bunch of shows happening at the same time, and I haven't been to the LACMA in a while, just because the whole controversy of the pavilion coming down, and also people complaining that they were being charged for essentially a third of the artwork. So we had discussions. We had friends who said, I'm not going to go to the LACMA and spend $30 to view essentially nothing. I think they probably got the memo. I'm not sure exactly what happened, or I don't know the theatrics behind the curtain. But if you go to the LACMA right now and you're a resident, it's free. And there's parking outside, by the way. You don't have to pay $15. But one of the exhibitions that I saw was this Afro-Atlantic Histories, which is pieces, artworks from their permanent collection, and they're curated in a way that it's thematic. They set up like 5 themes in the exhibition: cartography, daily scenes. I forgot the actual themes, but one of the rooms is about portraiture, and they're portraits of Black people, by Black people, from the 17th century, I believe, to contemporary time. And it is the first time that I saw some work that I've been studying or I've been looking at. So it was really powerful to me to see different visual representations of portraiture, and specifically of Black people by Black artists. It's absolutely beautiful and highly recommend. So we're gonna actually I'm going to host whoever wants to join me this coming Thursday at 4 p.m. at the LACMA. We're just going to dedicate the time to walk through it together and maybe exchange or share information. We had a beautiful, fantastic exchange and conversation yesterday when we went to the Hammer Museum to see their collection of recent acquisitions. It was really fun. So, and I actually discovered a lot more when I did the visit with people than when I do it by myself. So if you are seeing this and you don't have any plans on next Thursday, and you want to join me in just walking the exhibition, so let's do it. It's an amazing show. You don't want to miss it. To me, it's the best show right now at the LACMA. I know that there are other important shows, but they did an amazing job. Anyhow, so I was savoring and thinking and reading the catalog of the exhibition, and I went to a thrift store because thrift stores have art books that are affordable and discontinued. So if you're building your art library, which you should, and that should be one of the things, one of the objectives in life as an artist, is to expand and build on your own library. So one of the best ways to actually do it without breaking the bank, and especially now that it's so expensive, everything's so expensive, it's sometimes flea markets and thrift shops. Sometimes it's becoming harder and harder because a lot more people are buying these books and then selling them online. But you still can find, if you go to state sales especially, some amazing libraries being compiled and collected by individuals. Anyhow, so I just came in and I just found this incredible book, I Dream a World, Portraits of Black Women Who Changed America, by Brian Lanker. And I thought, and it was $1.99. It's an incredible book, one edition only. They didn't reissue another edition, so it's not an expensive book. Although I've seen compilations of photography from the 1980s. This was published in 1984, and they're very expensive. So I've never heard of it. It caught my eye, and not only because of the theme, obviously, especially after attending the Afro-Atlantic Histories, but also for the incredible photography in the book. So I did a little bit of research, and essentially the collection that we're going to start painting this week will be portraits of Black women using only 3 colors: black, white, and gray. So it's going to be a very limited palette. We're going to bring photographic references of this photographer who passed away, Brian Lanker. There's not much information about him, but he took photos of all these women. There are, I don't know how many portraits, there are a lot of portraits. And we're just going to do portrait studies using a limited palette, which is always an excellent exercise to explore and study and expand the concept of value, which is extremely important. And also, we haven't done a portrait in a while, so it's good to kind of like go back to this idea of the face, the expression. Oh, and by the way, we're just reading, I didn't even bring the book, the Romare Bearden biography. We started the book club this past week, and there is one reference to an exhibition during the 19th. Okay, we're back. Sometimes I just get these glitches, but anyhow, so there was an exhibition in Paris, the International Exhibition in Paris, and there was one pavilion outside of the American Pavilion. It wasn't part of it, but still, more than 350 photographs of Black Americans in different positions in life and daily situations. And it was revolutionary, and it was an effort by intellectuals, sociologists, and historians at the time to elevate and represent and present the life of Black Americans at the time to an audience that wasn't familiar with what was going on. So that pivotal exhibition in black and white of those photographs and also graphics became such an important theme and thing for also a lot of artists in the 20th century and also 21st century that got inspired by those photographs of Black people in different positions and with different situations and professions and daily exchanges, many references of contemporary artists using those photographs or referencing those photographs as the most important reason for them continuing this culture of portraiture that's very specific in the sense that explains the identity of the person depicted at its best. So I'm going to just give you a couple of images, and I'll just explain as well the reason why I thought that this book was excellent. It's April, next week's going to be May. We had amazing conversations during Black History Month, and it was amazing and incredible, but we get these stories sometimes from other people, and I feel like that's amazing and it's good and we need to do more and there's more room to learn even more. But what I found about this book is the fact that each photograph has a little paragraph explaining the achievements of the person, specifically in each field: politics, poetry, architecture. So different fields. And there's an entire text that is written by the person featured, and it's written in a very personal, intimate way, and it almost feels like an autobiography, concentrated and encapsulated in one single page. But number one, if you try to Google during Black History Month or any month, if you try to Google these names, the amount of information is very limited. I have never come across a text associated with some of the most important people in the book easily, or at all for that matter. Also, the images, if you try to Google the images, some of them are out there, but most of them are not. And especially like Gwendolyn Brooks, one of my favorite poets. So if you Google her name, you're going to see a few images, but not the one that is featured in the book, which is amazing. So reading from first person, from this kind of like almost journal-like account of the achievements and the personal struggles and the successes and the lineage of the women that are featured in the book, it's so powerful that I feel, and also at the same time, so timely and contemporary. This is a 1984 edition, and it just feels like these voices are speaking from a 2023 point of view. So it couldn't be more contemporary, and it couldn't be more, which is kind of like good, but also sad in the sense that 1980s was like 40, no. 40 years ago. 40 years ago? Wait, yes. Holy shit. 40 years ago, this was written and created. And we think we have invented bread in 2023. All right. Well, anyhow, so I'm going to give you a couple more and just tell you that you should definitely, by the way, the first photograph was of, I'm sorry, I just have to take a look at it because Janet Collins, who was a prima ballerina, and I wasn't aware of that, so that's an amazing photograph. And then she explains the influences and how she came to be, and also how she feels about the achievements and who is she grateful for. This photograph Amazing photograph right here. All the photographs are black and white, by the way. So Barbara Jordan, who was elected to the Texas Senate in 1966, and she became the first black senator to sit in that body since 1883. So I'm reading the little paragraph, it goes on a little bit more, but then what's beautiful is when she actually writes about herself. So, and I'm just going to show you a couple more, but essentially, yes, you may recognize this one, Coretta Scott. So she kind of like King, and a little bit of her achievements and what she did, her activism, but also writing about her own life. The foreword is by Maya Angelou, and beautiful and incredible, poetic, but specific and not vague at all, but at the same time dramatic in the way she expresses the importance of these women in society. Written in the early 1980s, couldn't be more timely. So we hope you can join us. We have many opportunities to paint in the next couple of weeks. I think we're going to be this in the next couple of weeks. Next week we're going to be at Trails. We're going to be, I believe, the Central Market. We're going back to the LACMA to see this show. Please join us. We are going back to Coachella Valley on the 6th and the 7th. It's the closing weekend. We are going to paint from live Turquoise Dyson's amazing Liquid Place sculpture one more time before they take it down, and then we'll be at Ace Palm Springs at nighttime and Market the next day. And you're welcome not only to join and paint from live, but if you want to paint the subjects of this next painting collection, please do so. Join us. We can wait to see the work at the end of the week, at the end of the collection. And if you want to get the book, which I recommend, and you can find it very easily online, Brian Lenker, I Dream a World. Incredible and completely a must in any kind of like theme your library has. So thank you so much, and thanks everyone. And that's all. We hope to see you in the next couple of weeks.